Welcome to our special video where I'm going to tell you what the secondary anniversary unit will be, or at least what the secondary anniversary announced unit will be. We don't know if you actually release it on the 22nd. But there is going to be something else special going to be happening very soon, and this is what's going to reveal to us the 6th anniversary Magia Record countdown campaign. Now, we already figured it out before the countdown hit 0. I'm going to tell you how, but this website right here is just some marketing fluff where you get to tweet at Magia Record and you basically get to show your appreciation for Magia Record and that you're excited about the anniversary, and you get to talk about just how excited you are, and you can win Amazon gift card or whatever, I don't know. But the point is that this marketing website has something really strange on it. There's some random letters and numbers up there. There's even more random letters, numbers down here as well. If you look at the hamburger menu on the top right, you can go to dark mode, you can go to some other websites, but there's also this little link right here, set token, which gets you to this set token utility, which allows you to set a token. That's kind of strange, and this is where people might realize that this is an ARG, which stands for alternate reality game, which is in the broadest sense a game where you, the real person, becomes a player character in some meta game that takes place between fiction and reality. In this case, it's really just we gotta figure out the solution to some puzzles that have been presented before us to find the end point of this sort of game. And these two codes that we've seen so far on this website, they look like base 64 encoded strings. So if we go to a base 64 decoder and we put that in here, we decode that, we find something strange. It talks about a URL. So if we take this URL and we go to it, we find this. It says invalid signature and a button that just takes you back to the front page. So we don't want to go back to the front page, but invalid signature, it seems like we're trying to somehow enter this website. And maybe this right here, the set token utility, maybe this one is how we gain access to the secret website, right? But we need someone to get access to that. So if we take the second code that we found on the top right here, we take a look at this and we decode this one, we see something else. It says algorithm HS256. It says type JWT. JWT? That's kind of weird. That's JSON Web Tokens. So this JSON Web Tokens, as it says right here, an open industry standard method for representing claims securely between two parties. Basically a JSON, something just like a JSON object that allows you to authorize yourself, authorize your credentials with different websites. It doesn't really matter. The point is, this is a token that you can create, and we need to create this token, okay? And it's made up of 3 different parts. We have the header, we have the payload, we have the signature, and we need to figure out what we need to actually put in here to create our token. So the header requires the algorithm and token types. Well, one of those 2 codes did indeed talk about algorithm and token type, and it was this first one right here, right? So we take this one and we say, okay, this is the first part of our code, okay? This is the first part of our code because it's the header. It shows you right here, this is the header. Now, the next part is the payload. Well, maybe it's the other code, right? Maybe the other code is the payload. So we take this other code right here and we paste it in here, and yeah, this is the payload. Okay, so far we've gotten the header and the payload. Seems pretty straightforward so far. We're trying to create a JSON Web Token because we were told that this is a JSON Web Token in its type, and it takes three parts of it. Now the only thing we need is the secret. Now what is the secret? Or the signature rather, that we want to create here? Well, we still need to get one more code then. Well, where is the third code? How do we get the third code? Well, if you go back to the website, and scroll a bit further down, there's some numbers here. They go from 1 to 40. There's colons after each of them. That's kind of weird. So maybe this is a hint towards what the other code could be. And if you look at the very bottom of this website, that's sort of stuck to the screen when I'm scrolling around. It's this giant pink button that says post now. If you press this giant pink button, it puts you on your Twitter. And it gives you a tweet that you can make where it gives you a random character from Magia Record, none of the dead ones, by the way, and it basically makes you tweet about how much you enjoy the anniversary or whatever. And there's something rather peculiar. I don't know if you can see this, it's rather small on the very left here. It says in the background 9:Y. That's kind of strange. Hold on, let me do that again. Let me press the pink button again. So whenever we do this, get a random character. So maybe this time I'm gonna get a different character. And oh, look at that, I got Yoko. And Look at that, 11:E. Oh, okay, I guess whenever you do a tweet, you get a random character, and each random character has a letter and some numbers, right? So people have been spamming some tweets and have been trying to get all of the different numbers and letters between 1 and 40. And when we got all of that between 1 and 40, we got what we thought was the third part of the code, which is this, okay? So these are 1 to 40, all of the different letters and numbers that we got from there. So now that we have the 3 parts, this is our JSON Web Token, right? So we take all of this is our JSON Web Token, and we just put it into the set token utility because it's asking for a token. We got a token. Here's your token right there. It says here something like token set successfully, and it says this even if you put in something wrong, by the way. But it says, okay, we have accepted your token. And now if we go back to the secret page and wait a little, apparently I'm a genius suddenly, and it says right here something like, thanks to you, the secret of the countdown has been revealed. Oh, that's kind of crazy. That's kind of cool. So what do you see right here is it's Homura's shield that you have, her time control device. And there's 666, or 666, a number of the devil. But more importantly, this looks to me like a countdown, because if you remember from the Madoka movies, especially from Rebellion, whenever something crazy was about to happen, like Homura was about to appear, there was like a countdown on screen, and this countdown was done with Homura's shield that countdown for like 9 to 0 or whatever. So this looks something like a countdown, and it might make sense that there's a 6 on here because it's the 6th anniversary, right? It's just the 6th anniversary shield. So is this just another red herring? No, of course not. The fact that it's 666 seems to be rather intentional, especially because, and I know everyone's already been showing this at the screen, this is another code. This is made up of a ton of letters and numbers, and at the end there's some padding because apparently the code was not long enough to cover the entire shield, so they put a bunch of hashtags at the end. But yeah, this entire thing is another code, and this code is the actual true end of the ARG. So I used Notepad++ to take care of all of the white spaces and of the line breaks. And when you take this entire code and you go back to a base64 decoder, and this time we're not decoding to a string, we're decoding to an image. And I want to say this is now image data. Please decode me this image data that is from this Homura shield. And what do we get? We get this. This is Akuma Homura's sigil from the Rebellion movie. So yeah, she's either getting announced, she's probably getting announced tomorrow. I don't know when she releases. Maybe she releases on anniversary on the 22nd, which is like 2 days or 3 days from now. And if she does, then we have indeed 2 anniversary units that are running at the same time, because this Yacho also runs until the end of anniversary, and they're both new units. So 2 new anniversary units, you have to choose between them. Oh, man, one of them is probably going to be Akuma Homura. Oh man, I hope you like that. I hope you also like that we, the Western community, and more specifically the Magia Record Discord and the Magia Union Translations Discord, we have worked to uncover this, and we actually got there before the Japanese people did. So that was pretty good. That was that though. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Hit the subscribe button, ring the bell, remember to buy a lot of gems for this, and I'll see you guys next time.